Okay, so we're all set up to play Wizard Safari. We've got our modular board set up in the center of the table here with our 19 tiles surrounding the special wild center tile. It counts as all three types of land. And we've got all of our creatures assigned randomly on their tiles, where they're placed on tiles that match icons of the creatures on them. You can see those little tiny icons on the tiles. So that's a sort of completely randomized setup there. Over here we've got our draw deck and our market of cards that we can draw from at the end of our turn when we draw back up our hands. We've each got a hand of 4 cards. And over here we've got our score tracks with our score markers. I'll be the orange player.
I'll be purple.
And that's it, all we need to start playing.
Okay, I'm going to go first. I think I know what I want to do already. I'm going to discard this card as bait so that I can move this Yeti onto this field. And that lets me play this card, a fairy and a Yeti on a field, matches there. And I've also got one more I can play. I've got a Phoenix on a field right there. So that gets me a point in Phoenix. I get a Yeti point and I get a fairy point. And because I've got one card left in my hand still, I get 1 bonus point that I can put in any creature. So I'm going to go ahead and take an extra point in Yetis. And I'll discard these and draw back up my hand. I'll take them here, and then we'll stack this back.
Okay, I am going to discard this as bait to move this unicorn 1 space there. And over on the other side of the board, I'm going to discard this card as bait to move this dragon 1 space here. And that's going to let me play a phoenix and a unicorn on a mountain there, and a dragon and a fairy over here on this forest. So that'll give me 1 point in dragons, 1 point in phoenix, 1 point in phoenix, 1 point in unicorn, and 1 point in fairies. And I don't have any cards left in my hand, so I don't get any bonus points.
No bonus point.
So we'll just put those away, and I'm going to draw back up. You know, I'm just going to take all these, because why not? And then I'll refresh that from the deck. Okay, so we've played a few rounds, and you're really doing pretty well in the score there.
I'm ahead on Yetis and dragons.
Like way ahead.
And fairies.
Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard 2 cards as bait so that I can move this fairy into this field and this phoenix into the mountains. And that's going to let me play 2 fairies on a field, and then I also happen to have a dragon in mountains over here. So that gets me 2 more fairy points and a dragon point, and I used up all my cards, so no bonus point. So I'll just draw back up to my full hand. I'll take this one, and 2 surprises. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to play all 3 of these cards as bait, because I want to move this phoenix off of this tile and move these 2 fairies into that tile so that I can have 3 fairies on a mountain. Big score for fairies. Oh, although still not going to catch up to you.
Maybe next turn.
Alright, well, that was the best I can do. That's my turn. No bonus points for me.